What's good, fight fans? It's Sash's Corner. And as this fight draws near, Lomo versus Rigondeaux, it's becoming more and more clear that Rigondeaux has all the weapons for this fight. Um, any argument that you can come up with that Lomo's going to beat Rigondeaux isn't going to be valid. Not in my eyes. Rigondeaux has the power, more ring knowledge, more ring presence, uses the ring a lot better than Lomo. His footwork's better than Lomo. The speed of his punches is just as fast, if not faster, than Lomo's. Now, people probably don't believe that because Lomo had all he does is volume punching for the most part, you know. So he's throwing them quickly. That's how it works for him. But Lomo doesn't have any power. He has no power. Okay? Now, if Lomo walk into this fight and beats Rigondeaux, then I won't have anything negative to say about him anymore. I won't say anything negative about Lomo. But I don't see that happening. I see Rigondeaux winning this fight. I see him stopping Lomo. This is one of them fights that it all depends on Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux can stop Lomo in 3 rounds, or he can stop him in 9, if you ask me. That's just how I'm looking at this fight. But he is most definitely ready. He's always been taken to Twitter, and he's been tweeting about this since before the fight got made. And I only have like the last few days of tweets. I don't even have the months of tweets that he had and talking about this fight and how excited he was and how ready he was for this fight at 130 pounds. Lomo took to Twitter too. I'm not. This wasn't a battle going back and forth. They was just liking the fight. Honestly, they were liking that that the fight was happening since both of them have 2 gold medals, and but Lomo didn't want this fight. He didn't want this fight, regardless. Rigondeaux coming up 2 weight classes to fight him. He didn't want this fight. I know a promoter said that the fight wasn't going to do shit, or it wasn't going to do much or whatnot. The fight sold out already. The fight's in December. This is fucking October. The fight sold out already. Evidently somebody wanted to see it. And I'm glad Lomo's team allowed them to even allow him to sign those papers. I'm glad. Because this right here, out of all of Lomo's 10 fights that he's had, this is by far going to be the most entertaining. To casual boxing fans, they might not know what the fuck they're looking at. But true boxing fans, this right here is a fight that can't be missed. I'll be surprised if anybody that makes boxing videos don't tune in to this fight and make a video immediately after it, regardless of the outcome. Everybody's going to make a video about this fight directly after it happens. And I see Lomo fans going to be upset. The only way that the Rigondeaux fans is going to be upset, I don't even think they're going to be mad if he loses. It's going to be how he lost that we're going to be mad about. I don't want the judges to be scoring stuff stupid. I'm more than sure Rigondeaux is going to make sure the rounds don't matter. I'm more than sure he's going to try to knock him the fuck out. No bullshit. But I don't want the ref stepping in and stopping shit awkwardly. I don't want none of that shit. But when you look at I'm gonna pause right there and talk about some of these tweets that Rigondeaux posted. It says, at 8 years old, they asked me to fight a kid that was 15. I was afraid. 3 minutes after the giant was on his ass, I haven't been afraid since. Now, you talk about Lomo being bigger and all the other shit. He started out a weight class from Rigondeaux. I do believe like he didn't start out at 130. Lomo went up to 130. So this is him going up to 130. Rigondeaux going up to 130. And as far as the people that Rigondeaux already fought, some of them are bigger than Lomo. They're bigger than Lomo. And actually, when you think about it, the ones that's bigger, the ones that I'm talking about that's bigger than Lomo got their jaws broke. All three of them got their jaw broke. This first cat to the left is James Dickinson. I mean Dickens, James Dickens, and he got his jaw broken within 2 rounds fighting Rigondeaux. And I can't find his height or his reach to save my life. But they fought each other last year in 2016. The guy in the middle is I think his name is pronounced Amagasta. He's Japanese, and he is 5'10" and a half. Okay, 5'10" and a half, 71.5 inch reach. He got a 50% knockout rating. He fought Gamma Rigondeaux in 2014. I don't recall what round he got his jaw broke, but it was like later on in the rounds. And you see his jaw, dude in the middle, and dude in the right. That is Donaire. Okay, he fought Donaire in 2013. Donaire's 5'5" 68 inch reach and with a 57 inch knockout rating. That's the closest in height and reach to Lomo. Lomo's 5'6" with a 65.5 inch reach. Okay. And he also fought, Rigondeaux also fought Flores. It was his last fight. Flores was 5'9", 69 inch reach and 63% knockout rating. And Rigondeaux did him like that. He did him that dirty and broke their jaw. Lomo's not big when it comes to the opposition that Rigondeaux has already faced. He's not. But back to these tweets, and it says it takes time and a lot of work to make that punch a perfect one. I am not fooling myself. It won't be easy, but I will land the perfect one. Now, that's a given. That's a given in boxing. It's always going to be a chess match. It's always going to be that footwork and get that perfect angle to land that perfect punch. And Guillermo Rigondeaux has better footwork. Sorry, he has more power. He has more angles to work with, and he's just an all around better technician than Lomo. Sorry, this is the way I feel. And he goes on to say, "I won't lose." Rigondeaux tweeted a Floyd Mayweather saying, I should say, and he says he can have heart, he can hit harder, and he can be stronger. But there's no fighter smarter than me, Floyd Mayweather. Now, honestly, Lomo don't have more heart than Rigondeaux. Lomo don't hit harder. He's not stronger, and he definitely, I don't think, is smarter than Rigondeaux. So I don't. But I hardly believe losing to one of the best is losing at all unless you quit like Walter. But I feel him with that too. I mean, at least he's not downplaying Lomo. He's giving Lomo all the respect in the world, which something that Lomo was not giving Rigondeaux for the last 2 straight years. I believe the best thing he said was that Rigondeaux is, a 2-time Olympic gold medalist like himself. That's it. I don't remember him saying anything good about Rigondeaux. He's acting like Rigondeaux isn't anybody to be worried about. He's acting like Rigondeaux gotta get prepared for him. I don't see it that way. Lobo, you need to get prepared for Rigondeaux, because what you've been doing in the ring against some other fighters is just not going to work with your boy. It is not going to work with Rigondeaux. Like, you're not facing somebody that's normal. You're facing somebody that's like yourself but better. Like, Lomo, supposedly, he is second in the world for making people miss when it comes to boxing. But who's number one? Rigondeaux. So you need to get prepared for somebody that's better than yourself and doing what you do, which is making people miss, which is the footwork and the all-around boxing knowledge. You need to get prepared for him. Rigondeaux said he's gonna whoop them, and haters better be ready to take it on December 9th. Yeah, I fully agree, yo. Y'all Lomo fans gonna need a hug for real. And he says, "Mark my word, I am seeking glory, and on December 9th, a legend will rise." Now, I agree with him 100, yo. For as much talk and praise that people are giving Lomo, you really gotta give it all to Rigondeaux when he knocks him the fuck out. I'm not even gonna say that. You gotta give it all to him when he beats him. You have to. You have to give all that praise to Rigondeaux when he beats him. And when he beat him, I hope he won a rematch. I hope we get to see this shit twice. Um, Rigondeaux says size won't matter on this fight, and he says that they say the worst poison comes in small containers, and that's real talk. That's OG talk right there. It's real shit though. It's real shit. Anytime I've ever like had a cousin or a friend, any of these like these small dudes out here, like I know a lot of dudes that's around and 120, 140 pounds. I know a lot of dudes around that size. They'll tell you anytime they ever fight somebody, they always got them by like 60 pounds. They're always fighting somebody that's 180 to 210 to 215. They always doing that shit. It is what it is. It's like they're never small dudes never fight people that's their size. Like it doesn't you don't see that shit happening that much, man. Like real life shit, smaller dudes always fight bigger cats because the bigger motherfuckers always try to disrespect them because they small. They gotta fight. It is what it is. Like if you walked around 5'5" all your life and you're a grown ass man, you don't think for 1 second that small motherfucker has fought somebody that's like 200. You don't think that shit? I'm letting you know that shit. This shit happens every day, B. Lomo is not too big for Rigondeaux. And Rigondeaux had to come find Lomo's ass, yo, the jawbreaker. He had to come up to 130 and look for fucking Lomo. And he's finally getting this fight. That is what's up, for real. That is what's up. 2017 is really doing us justice this year. And he says that explains why I am not afraid. He deserves all the credit he gets. Mine will come December 10th. And just like I've been saying this shit this whole time, like Lomo's going to be exposed. If not anything else, he will be exposed come December 9th. And he says, I wish nothing. I am preparing to show you guys, what a mistake you made by not promoting me properly. Your boy is going down. Real talk, I fucks with it. They ain't even promote the fight, but the fight sold the fuck out. They ain't even begin to promote the fight. It will be promoted because High Tech's ass is in the fight. So it's going to be promoted. But they ain't even begin to promote the damn fight and the tickets are sold out for the fight. Damn. And he says, everyone that knows me know that I am a gentleman. But when it comes to get my fights, they better be ready. I am a changed man. Too many chickens and only one wolf. I believe that too because they've been ducking the shit out of Rigondeaux. And he says, just make sure you buy a ticket. Your boy is going to need a hug after the fight. And he's talking about a Lomo fan, but that's real talk too. Like y'all fans are gonna need a motherfucking hug after this. But another thing that I wanted to talk about is that when Lomo fans get to talking about Lomo, of course, they always bring up the amateur record. And I don't know exactly what the numbers is, but he won a whole lot of fights. I think he lost one fight. I think it was like 390 some fights he won or something like that. And Lomo lost one fight, an amateur fight, then he turned professional. And I don't even know Rigondeaux's numbers, but it was around the same high 300s, and I think he lost like something in the teens or like 11 fights or something. But the point that I wanted to make is that both of them grew up where they're from, all right? He grew up in the Ukraine, and Rigondeaux grew up in Cuba. So whose fights do you think was harder? Honestly, he's fighting a bunch of Cubans and he's fighting a bunch of Ukraine. Yeah, I'm going with Rigondeaux. I have to. I know he's gonna win this fight. At what round, I don't know. I really think he's gonna knock Lomo down and surprise him. Just like I said, I mean, if anything else, if nothing else, Lomo will be exposed after this fight. Yeah, this is gonna be an awesome fight. But always like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.